at the router.
Hmm.
That was fun.
Mm-hmm.
What'd I miss?
Let's see. So Necra, straight up crit. Killed the tiefling. Rolled 2 crits. So stabbed the tiefling in the throat, and then used the rest of her kind of movement and lopped his head off. Then uses her short sword and said, "I'm going to stab the other one in the face." Rolls a crit, so stabs the Dugar in the face, and he falls off dead or dying, and such. So, and then turns around with shoves the katana in the scabbard, reaches up, grabs the head, and turns around and shows the head off to the Dugar on the gunship. The Dugar look at each other, look at Necra and Marceau, and jump ship. The gunship starts to list even more and fall, starts to fall out of the sky. It's about 25 feet in the air. The whole Millennium Falcon warp drive not working, and it starts to fall out of the sky. Necker's like, wow, this looks fun. See ya, and vamps down to the ground where the other tiefling is kind of starting to crawl through the snow and such, barely alive. And you have the gunship is starting to list and fall out of the sky. Marceau is standing on it. Yeah, that's about it, really. I think there was it the one Dugar, or did he get? No, yeah. So yeah, so the gunship's pretty much taken care of. And it will be, like I said, listing and falling kind of to this direction.
Well, since I missed it,
Is that a crit?
Yes, it is.
I'll just throw one out there.
What's that?
Oh, y'all did it not come through?
Nope.
He
was trying to do the crit noise.
I heard it.
Yeah.
But I guess
Your bots aren't up.
Oh,
The bots are in the channel.
it's not,
Oh, they are?
Makes sense.
They are not?
It would leave the channel, wouldn't it? How about
Yeah.
now?
Is that a
There
crit?
it is.
Yes, it
There
is.
we go. Yeah.
There we go. Okay. I hate technology sometimes.
All good. All right, Necra. So you're on the ground near the first tiefling. He has woken up and has started to crawl.
Call down to Necra to restrain him. Don't kill him.
Okay.
Because we can get answers.
Alright, so I guess use what's left of my movement to kind of step on his back.
Oh yeah, totally. Yeah.
And,
You might want to be careful there. He seemed the kind who might enjoy that.
well, if you step right between the shoulder blades, it kind of gets hard to breathe.
And especially if you've got a couple crushed or broken ribs.
Mm-hmm.
Corporal Johnson has his 50 cal. He's looking, everything seems to be pretty much, going on. They've killed the xenomorph. They've got the Dugar standing here. The Dugar kind of walk up to him. Actually, and start talking to him, but, he doesn't understand a damn word they're saying. But they seem to be very interested in his in the rifle and such. So those y'all can hear the Dugar and Corporal Johnson. What? I don't understand that. His curses and what y'all? Hey, munchkins. And he probably does something very racist. I'm not going to say it. So, yeah. But yeah, about the little people and lollipops and stuff like that. So, but y'all, most everybody is see over that way. Yeah, y'all are inside the dropship. Okay, Maxie. Question for Maxie.
Hmm.
The shiny ball that was on the ground that got cut. Did she do anything with that?
She has some idea about what it might be, and if it's broken, then it's still basically glass, right?
It's yes, but on the inside there's circuitry and sparks.
Okay.
It's interesting. You look at it and it is glass, but then when it was sliced with Kellen's sword, the vibro sword, I believe.
Yep.
It cracks it open, and on the inside, sparks and circuitry is there.
Right.
I just didn't know if she'd like kick it over to the side or something. Like, that didn't happen, or just like, whatever. But it is Maxie's turn.
Yeah,
And we'll
she's still trying to open hatches and collect, or at least point out what may be of interest.
Okay. Let me do something real quick, and then actually, while I'm doing that, roll 3d12.
Okay. Okay.
Let's see, 2, 10, and 3. All right, give me a second. Try to do two things at once. So, give me a moment. Okay. Zorna just sent you a message. Hit that. Get ready for that. And then let's see. Where is it? There it is. A 2. Okay. Roll a d6. Please, Necra.
Okay.
Okay. You pull out. You see these two small. Well, for you, they're going to be somewhat big, but basically, these are handheld communication devices. These are basically the size of the old car phone. Like or an old telephone receiver, basically that size. So you get 2 of those. So it's handheld transceivers.
Oh, the walkie-talkies.
walkie-talkie, basically. What was the other numbers? Oh crap! That was a custom roll, so I have to look back at 10 and 3. Okay. There's a cylindrical jobby here. Is basically looks like a battery in a way. You can see that it has like a meter on the side of it and a light meter, and it looks almost like 90% full, this battery, the light on it, and kind of has a little bit of a hum. She could probably hear it and such, like the little energy hum, and there's just one of those. So it is a power cell.
Okay.
And then she sees like a aluminum packaging, foiled package, and she opens that up, and there's like a bunch of data drives, hard drives and stuff like that in this package and stuff, circuit boards, things like that. Things that she could take it, but it doesn't, like, I don't know, may or may not have any use, obvious use, but she is used to finding things that don't have obvious uses, so she may keep it or not. I don't know, stuff. So these are, and they each individually are packaged in like a see-through plastic and such. So that is interesting, and the foil packaging is definitely interesting. It's basically a Ziploc package that you'd open up, but it is made of foil, basically, to keep those from getting magnetized or electromagnet blah stuff. So was that a Faraday cage or something, basically?
The static-proof bag or whatever you call it. Yes.
Yep.
You're right. So.
And that's one of the lockers. It doesn't seem like there's too many lockers right around in their area, but if you look up, you can see that there's other lockers up there. They basically haven't been messed with because they're not like on ground level. Because the drop ship is on its side and such. So what would be, normally be able to access if it landed properly, is actually now up on the ceiling, quote unquote. So she could fly up there and, open some.
Yep. And she'll start on that, yes.
Okay. Did you take any of those items?
No.
Okay.
Especially if that thing's buzzing, it's like, yeah. Heard about this one. Well, this particular potential problem, so no. Besides, if she's trying to take the hard drives or whatever, she's got a fair clue as to what's coming next if that makes it off the ship. So.
So yeah, she basically spends her action, kind of like looking through those things, opening that bag up, but that's basically all that she finds there. And then, she looks around, and then you have her fly, like use her movement and fly up to start looking at some of the other ones.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Kellum, I guess you see Maxie fly up and look at opening some of the cabinets up there.
Mm-hmm.
You saw where she opened up one and was looking at that, went and then started flying up and such. I guess Maxie, seeing Kellum there, y'all were kind of working in tandem. She's got enough that she can interact with one of the doors and open it. Know this, though, the door would be opening downwards.
Okay. Well,
yep, go for it.
Since I have this new bag that I apparently have had the entire time.
Well, since you left, you know.
Well, yeah, since we left but the entire time I've been looting.
Right.
And
you discovered, you know, at first you didn't recognize, and then you're like, wait a second, I've got a clue now. This is cool.
Yeah, it's holding more than I thought it was going to hold.
Right. You're like, maybe. Wait a second. It swallowed the rifle. Okay. It swallowed this. Oh, and the back. Okay. Go for it.
Yeah. So those backpacks that I was just gathering on the floor earlier.
Mm-hmm.
They're all going inside now.
Yeah.
And then I'll turn to the shelves again. It's just like, I don't care what's in it. The door comes open and arms swipe everything into the bag.
Okay, so do you want to collect what she didn't collect?
Yeah, we'll collect. Yeah, anything that she skipped over. You know, she's being picky. I'm not. I got a bag.
Okay.
I'll sift through it later.
Okay. Maxie, you will notice that, or she will notice that, you know, things are just going in the bag, and the bag doesn't seem to be getting any bigger or any heavier or anything for Kellum and such. Things are, you know, that's up. So, if you want to, as a note, you can put 2 walkie-talkies, 1 power cell, a bag of hard drives.
A note here.
Come again?
I'm pulling up my note system right now. Going a little bit slow.
Oh,
But...
okay. Oh, okay.
Oh my goodness, it's so slow today.
And I've got, you know, some written and mental notes on that if you need as well.
The 2 walkie-talkies and hard drives?
And a power cell. A bag of hard drives and a power cell.
All right. Hard drives and a power cell. Okay.
We'll use some of your movement, you know, just like you see her and fly up, you open up your bag. Yeah, okay. I'll just toss those in and you watch her. Do you want to ask her to open up, you know, one of them up there? You know, and you pay attention to what falls or whatever?
I want to grab the backpacks that are on the floor first.
Okay. The only one I left out was like some random backpack that you grabbed. I did basically went ahead and put the other ones in here because you were starting to get a clue.
Okay.
So you don't have to waste your time with that. You're like, you put the rifles in there and going, wait a moment. And you grab some mags and you're like, wait a moment. You grab something and you're like, okay, I'm just going to oh, it worked. It wins. You know, so, and yeah. Okay.
All right. So yeah, I'll tell her, you know, open up the next one and I'll just kind of hold the bag open underneath where it's going to open at.
Okay.
And
all right.
And let her sweep it all in.
Okay. Give me 3d12, Callum.
All right. 12. There it is. 1, 2, 3. Oh. I apologize. My rolls are going extremely slow today.
No worries.
18.
7, 5, and 6. Okay. Yep, 7, 5, 6.
Yeah, that took 20 seconds for it to roll and finally make it over to roll 20.
Okay. So you know the ammo, your standard ammo crate, you know, the little handheld jobbies. One of those falls.
I catch it in the bag. I'm just standing underneath there, like, oh, there's something falling. I'll move a little bit to the left to grab it, or to the right. And
A oh, a tool bag. Ugh, basically a tool bag. You can hear it clanking and stuff as it's falling. Hits something and starts rotating in midair, and it's falling as well. Basically, you can see that it's a bag with handles. It's orange, and it has like 2 wrenches on it. Like a stamp. The logo on the side of it. You probably, you could tell that they're maybe a wrench and a hammer. There we go.
Okay.
Oh, what was that? She does not open anything directly over Kellum's head. Yeah, I mean Kellum's watching. So
Yeah, I'm
yeah.
sitting watching. It's like, okay, that was next.
Well, that and several years of experience of no, just don't.
Yeah. Are you would you open it though? If Kellum is watching and stuff like that.
Still would be like, make sure it's not directly over his head, but if it's like directly over the bag, sure. If it's
okay,
yeah.
Okay. And 5, 6. It's tools. Oh, okay. Okay. Give me a dexterity saving throw, Kellum.
Okay.
A third item falls out of here. It's a small padded box, and such. With a 16, you're able to grab it out of the air before it, hits the ground and such. It has a cross on it, basically. A med. It's a med kit. It says one of those red crosses on it.
Okay.
So this is a small med kit. It's different from the other one that the larger med kit that you pulled up.
Okay. Yep, got it.
All right. Okay, and I get both of y'all to roll a d12 as she has enough time to move over and open up another thing. As long as you're. Now these you'll still have because this is like basically you'll have to make dexterity checks on anything else that falls out of here to catch them.
Okay.
If you want. So you could say go ahead and move over that one, or you could hold. I'll let that up to you, Kellum.
Let's move over.
Okay.
Next one.
All right.
Don't stop.
Both of you roll it. Gotcha. Okay. So I get a 10 and a 3.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. First, give me the first dex save. As you see one of these bags that you saw before falling, and such. Okay.
Is that a
Alrighty.
Yes, it is.
So you're like, it kind of falls straight down, no nothing, and you're just nice and shiny. You're like, ooh, shiny. You just grab it, snatch, and throw it in the bag. Without you grab it, you don't wait for the bag to go. You just and put it in the bag. And then a 3.
Yeah.
One of those humming cylinders falls from the cabinet there. Give me your dex save.
Which one of us?
Kellum.
All right.
Right.
There we go. 14.
Okay, 14. All right, that's enough. You're able to put the haversack underneath it, and it goes right in there. With your critical grab on the other one, I'm not, you got quite enough.
If I understood that description correctly, that's another power cell then?
Correct.
Power cell. What was the one that I critted on? I reached up and grabbed it.
That was, another bag of hard drives.
Okay.
Actually, just the other hard drives, circuit boards. Put this bag of circuit boards instead of hard drives.
Okay.
Slightly different.
Okay. Got it.
Alrighty. So that's Maxine. Kellum. Yeah, you pretty much spend all your movement and everything, picking up what you didn't or what she didn't, and then moving over and dropping that stuff into the bag. Banthor, then Ashura. Banthor, yes, you're flying on the giant eagle.
I'll fly down and join Necra and Ashura.
Okay.
And
Whoopsie. Go ahead.
just check in.
So, why is it grabbing that as well? Sorry. So you fly down. Necra is there, and the tiefling. Necra has got her foot on the tiefling, and then tiefling's kind of making noises, but can't really move. He's busted up real bad. Probably just has like 1 hit point, basically coming out of unconsciousness.
Checking my inventory real quick.
Excuse me.
I'm gonna take out a healing potion
Okay.
and bury it in the snow. Or I'm assuming we're in the mountains, so bury it in the snow, just out of reach, and just try to get some information out of this guy.
Okay. So you place a potion right in front of his face, a little bit out of hand reach. Necra, holding him down. He notices you walking over there and sees you put it down. He looks up at you with bloodshot eyes. Kind of snarls at you and speaks something in abyssal.
Bless you.
He coughs up blood and spits it out of his mouth. I will speak your commoner's tongue. Who are you? What do you want? These are our lands.
I moved the potion a little bit farther away.
Have you been listening to our Thursday campaigns?
I have not.
Okay, all right.
But I don't think you're in a position to ask questions.
One of us. Sorry. All right, keep going. You're not in a position to ask questions. Go for it.
What are you doing here?
We saw that fall out of the sky, and we were commanded to come.
Why?
Would you not? If something fell near your home?
Who commanded you to come here?
My lord. Oh, crap. So, give me a second.
Lord of crap.
Lord
his
of
name-
crap.
I have a name. Sorry.
Yeah, it's old crap.
There's too many. I need to have. Okay, so he says his name, and it sounds like 2 rocks slamming together and scraping across each other. Basically, as he says it in Abyssal. And you're like, yeah, okay, I'm not going to say that word. And it starts with an M and such. So you're like, yeah, that. Okay. Slave's name.
Can
Is
you
that
try
it?
and put it in chat?
Here we go. I just couldn't find where it was. So, and I just found it. So, yeah, I'm going to put that in. Mechruval. There we go. Mechruval. Let's see. MEKRUVAAL. Oh, hope it didn't. Oh no, it did. Yeah, it did. Okay, sorry.
All right, and
Mechruval, something like that.
Echaball?
Mechruval. No, ruh. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. There we go.
I'm going to say, and is Michael currently on your homeland?
Michael. Michael. He is our Lord. Lord of the Five Councils. He will send more troops, and we will destroy you, crush you, and feed you to the pit.
He's a lord over the councils? What's the point of the council, then?
He's a lord in the council.
Oh.
Wait,
Okay.
doesn't matter.
We'll put that aside.
Were you toying with him just then?
A little bit, but I honestly start to think about it in earnest.
Okay, so he sees it as an insult, like you're toying with him and such. He seems to be, like his uniform outside of his current wear and tear seems to be of high quality and taken care of. Just think of like a British officer, in his nice uniform and such. He had a cap of some sort. But it's long been, gone, maybe stuck in a tree or something. But
He's got an arrow in it now.
And, y'all got anything for me? I turned to Necron and Ashra.
You hear a sound that will whistle. It kind of sounds like a hawk just went
Okay.
screaming.
All right.
And she's kind of looking, not at the dude, but kind of like watching the air
Sorry
looking
to
for.
interrupt. I got to take a
pet.
phone call. I'll be back in a minute.
Okay.
But yeah, she's looking to see if her pets decide to follow her this time. Because I think I've got a use for him.
Could always scan his mind. See what he's not saying.
Necro, were you calling for one of the eagles?
No, the little bloodhawk.
No, her blood.
That's what I thought. Okay. Yes.
Yep.
Okay. All right. But I was like, oh, wait a second. Just wanted a clarification. Okay. So you call for your bloodhawk. Okay. I don't have a token for it. Currently.
There doesn't seem to be a picture for the thing. It's a bird.
Yeah. But out of the ether, you see basically you see a shine in a very persuasive manner. If he, all right, cool. If he wants to, divulge any information. Exactly what did you say? I was kind of doing a few different things. My apologies, Batra.
No, it's fine. She said, if you cooperate, this can end good for you, or it can end bad. It's basically what she started out.
Gotcha. He kind of stops looking, around and stuff. Like, okay, I've got multiple voices here. I'm outnumbered, outgunned, and I'm, on my last leg. These are the things coming through, surface thoughts. Also, he thinks about his lord, and you see this basically demonic-like creature standing, in his mind's eye, with flames around him, and this guy just grabs somebody and just eats them and such. And he's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna be eaten," and such. And vocally, he just says, "Go ahead and kill me."
Do you wish for death? Because I don't want to kill you, but if you're willing to cooperate, tell us what you know. It could save your life. Let's start simple. Who are you?
I am Volok, captain of my gunship, and leader of the night watch. While he's saying this, you get a picture of a large complex of building that spans the size of a football field.
I'm gonna
go ahead.
I'm gonna telepathically just describe everything that I'm getting to Necra specifically, not Ashura, to not influence their questions.
All right.
Okay. And so the two of you will get this, image of this complex that is slowly digging its way deeper and deeper into the mountain, and collecting resources, minerals, things like that, and that there, just tons of people just slaving away and doing all this mining and collecting the resources. And then these 5 lords sitting and just reaping the benefits from all of this. And this is the only life that this individual has known. He's climbed through the ranks of the tieflings. You see a struggle basically through his life a little bit. And his loyalty is pretty rock solid, mainly out of fear, but also, he serves the strongest house there in the pit. That's what they call this place. So his loyalty is very strong out of fear and respect for the power that his lord Michael demands and such.
And does this, from the description, is this twigging as steampunk or more of the same of the stuff that, like the ship and Necra and the...
So this is more. These were. This is more steampunk. This these people are native. And they just. It just seems the local. Excuse me. Basically, his history. A little bit of it is just that at some point during when the first calamity happened, these 5 demons or demonic and or undead creatures came together and created this as a haven and such. Though you do see some influence at some point in the timeline from the Temple Factorium. This guy doesn't have any real information, but you do see some, influence there.
All right. And so dude's like, kill me, don't. Yeah, okay, fine.
Yeah. And then, you can see the contemplation and the struggle, Banthor, that, he's going through of deciding what he's going to do. Well, it's not too much of a struggle. He thinks about it for a moment, what freedom might be. And then he just glares up at you and just says, kill me. I am loyal to my lord. Will get nothing from me.
He can't see Banthor because Ashra has taken up his full view. So
yeah, he looks up at Ashra, and such. So.
Yeah. The thing is, it's like she's taking his full view. She's keeping his attention.
He also has the hawk on his head.
Mm-hmm. And she's gonna place a hand on his cheek, gentle hand, and still looking him in the eyes and like, why kill you when I can offer you something better? I see the pain, the struggle in your eyes. That could be taken away. We won't torture you like you've been through. There is a better light. There is a better day. Think about it. We could have easily killed you. Instead, here I am trying to speak with you. Show you some type of respect. Has your Lord given you that?
You get a vision of, as you're going through this, the torturous things that he has done to people, things that have, maybe been done to people that fall out of line. Things have been done to the Dugar. They basically are treated as servants, slaves, not people, and such. Some of the lords rule with, mainly his lord rules with, like hard iron.
The iron fist.
The iron fist kind of thing, and basically, your tiefling here, he also is, taking up that mantle of ruling with an iron fist as well. And he's, tortured many people, and Dugars as well. Maybe even some of his kinfolk. He's a hard individual, Banthor, and, doesn't seek redemption or anything like that. He's followed this path willingly. And such, and doesn't look for any respite.
So, don't see anything when looking at him. Because, again, her focus is on him, so she's not looking at, Banthor and Necra.
Gotcha. So, you could tell that he is, hard set on, not surrendering. There we go. And he basically just says, kill me again. Kill me, not kill me again.
Kill me again. This is not the character. I don't have the resources to do.
Get it over with.
I'll let Ashura know telepathically. Like, yeah, he's not exactly upset over the things he's done. He's not looking for a new path. Maybe just try to get a location out of him. Where he got all the ships and.
Okay. All right. Well, he looks at him and no redemption, huh? That's fine.
You can see that he's a little shaken by that comment, but yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Like, is he reading my mind? She can sense my, emotions so deeply. You can, a sense of fear almost locks in. Like, she can read me so well, kind of thing. So he's like, what?
Oh, then. If you do not wish to redeem yourself, then perhaps you're willing to just tell us where. Where do you come from? Where do you hail from? Where exactly does your lord domain start?
So again, you get a picture, Banthor, of the pit, in the digging in the mountain, and you can see, in his mind's eye, his kind of travel from there to here. It seems this pit is deep in the mountain, and has a small exit that is kind of hidden, but not covered. And you see him flying out of that. And basically, it seems like it's on the other side of this mountain. There's a ridge of mountains and such. And just on the other side of this mountain, so I would say the northwest side of this mountain is where he had come from. And he'd come over the peak and came over and started doing a search pattern looking for the dropship. And you could see also that other individuals and gunships were doing the same. And it seems like there was 5 gunships that set out, each bearing a different mark from each one of the different houses.
Okay, gonna let Necro know we're missing 3 gunships, and I also want to just try to lock in my mind what the surroundings were when they left the exit.
Okay.
Basically, like I know I'm pretty perceptive, so like I'm trying to just, if we ever fly over it, for me to go, oh yeah, that rock formation, that ridge line, that looks right.
Okay. Yeah, that won't be hard, especially if you're looking through his mind's eye at that. Such. We're going to pause here just a little bit, and we'll shift over. Kellum and Maxie, I assume that you all have a few more lockers there. We're going to continue our search.
Yep, gonna continue.
All right.
Emptying out every locker.
Okay. So both of y'all, Kellum and Maxie, give me a 3d12.
Okay. Rolling.
Yeah.
There. 7, 4, 11.
And 12, 3, 11.
Mm-hmm.
Kellum, high or low?
Hi.
All right, thank you. Okay. So, Kellum, the first thing that falls out, and Maxie can help with some of this as well too, if need be, because you have more than just moving over and opening up a couple lockers. You can move down and grab something if something gets out of hand. The first two things that you grab, Kellum, are going to be free. After that, it will take dexterity checks to make sure that you catch them.
Okay.
Without them falling to the ground or anything like that. So you can say, I'll just let it fall to the ground if you want, or I'm going to try to catch that.
Okay.
The first thing that falls that is coming first, it's heavy. Basically, it's a heavy hook and chains and ropes and grapples. It's basically boarding gear or grappling gear.
Mm-hmm.
And that starts to fall, to the ground. It doesn't look like there's anything here breakable.
We'll let that one fall and pick it up later.
Okay. Another tool bag falls out. This one.
We'll let that one fall.
Okay. All right. You can go. I can make notes. You can go ahead and make notes for them.
Yeah, I'm making notes on what's on the floor, what's in the bag.
Yeah.
And I'll change the character sheet later.
Yeah. And then. Oh no! Come back over here. Looks like another bag of hard drives or something like that.
We'll catch that one.
Okay. All right. We'll do hard drives on that one. So just another bag of hard drives. Okay. Hey. Necra, roll a d6.
For Maxie stuff?
Yes, sorry. Maxie, roll a d6. My apologies. Okay. 2 boxes with a little, basically, let's see. What they have? I have a symbol, looks like a little face. On the side of these 2 boxes. These look like basically a little bit bigger than a pistol box. Like if 2 pistol boxes were put together. Carrying cases, so it's kind of, not very big, but that size.
Dueling set?
Come again?
Like a dueling set?
I wouldn't say that. No, not long. Like they were stacked on top of each other. Excuse me. Is 1 box the size of 2 gun cases stacked on top of each other. Pistol cases. So and it has that feel to it as well. It has a carrying case, kind of hard and such, and it has a smiley face basically on it, like a robotic kind of smiley face. And 2 of these drop out. You can catch them in one kind of motion, if you'd like.
Try and catch one of them.
Yeah, I'll catch them in the bag. I'm putting them down as large pistol boxes with smiley face. Will that be enough for you to know what it is when we open it later?
Right. Yeah.
All right. Fun.
Yeah. Unless Maxie is trying to keep one up there, I'll catch them both in the bag.
Well, she is still kind of thinking in the case of some of these things we don't want to leave. Like, when we destroy everything, we want to leave them here to just make it all go boom.
Yeah, but I don't think these are that. I think these are a take with us. We'll find out later. We don't know yet. We haven't opened them, and we don't have time to open them. Right.
Let's see. You grabbed one thing, and then you grabbed. Oh, but this is one. Yeah, consider both of these one thing. Yeah,
So
right.
I've got one
Okay.
more free grab.
Yep.
311. Okay. So let's see. Maxie, give me a D8.
Okay.
Okay. A large sack duffel bag that seems to be somewhat open is falling out. A couple of basically look like they're harnesses start falling out of the bag as it's falling, down towards you. This looks kind of big. It looks too big to, capture in the in your haversack. Though you could grab it before it hits the ground. You're not certain if it is full of these or if it has something else in it.
Say it one more time. It's a duffel bag?
A duffel bag full of, possibly full of harnesses. You see these, basically, the harness that goes around an individual, for rigging and things like that. Yeah. And you see a couple of them spilling out of the bag. And it's too big to, catch in your haversack or even put in the haversack. Yeah. Okay. You let it drop to the ground. It doesn't have a big thud or anything. It just seems like it's just full of these harnesses. And then the next thing that falls. Oh no! There's another power cell.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll catch that.
Give me a. Yeah. Okay. And then you used your last free catch. Okay. Cool. As you were doing this, Zorn, that's when you pop around the corner. You see them, collecting stuff. Some of them they drop on the ground. Some of them they catch. Some things Maxie's like, oh no, and such. Kellum, what's your passive? Okay. Yeah, you'll notice. You'll notice Zorn. Even though you're paying attention to what's going on above your head and stuff, you'll hear Zorn, run around the corner and kind of stand there and look at y'all for a little while. You don't know exactly who it is, but you could probably discern that it's either Zorn, Necra, or the other Necra. But Maxie, you would see Zorn down there, looking at y'all. And such. Zorn, you pop in and see them, doing their, catch the loot game and such. So do you want to help them in their task of catching stuff? Or what do you got for us? Are you among us? There we go.
One says, "Bad incoming, leave quick."
So in his broken common, he basically is something. He believes something is coming, and we need to leave quick. At first, I was like, "Why did he say it like that?" Oh yeah, that's right. He has a broken common.
How many unopened cabinets do we have?
There seems to be at least 3 that you can see right off that Maxie can get to. And there may be others as well. And this is when you, Zorn, and Maxie, the other Necro, the security unit, she shows up behind you, not materializes, but deobfuscates. There we go. That's a good word. And is standing beside you, Zorn. And then she gently pushes past you, Zorn. She's not, rough or gruff or anything like that, but she gently pushes past you and gets inside the drop ship.
I pick up and toss the duffel bag to her and say, "Save the loot."
There's something I'm looking.
I toss the duffel bag of harnesses at her.
Okay. I can't remember. Do you have the tongues on you? And does that work both ways?
Yes.
Okay, it works both ways. All right. She looks at you, and nods. I'm looking for something in particular, something we need for the lieutenant. Have you seen something like a helmet? You haven't.
I haven't.
No. You have not seen.
Not. Okay. I thought at first I heard you have it.
Right.
I was like,
right.
No,
wait a second.
So I was shaking my head and no, I haven't seen that. We got 3 lockers left. Want to help? 3 shells left.
She looks up.
Helen would say.
Oh, yeah. She looks up and sees, Maxie. It's that one that has the X on it. You'll see some orange tape and an X next to on one of the lockers next to the handle.
Okay. And
which is, and it's a little bit off from the other ones. Right next to you is 2, and then this one is kind of off to the side, and then that's when you're like, oh, okay, I recognize the X. You see the X on it and such. It's still up, so you're basically would be the best bet, unless somebody else wants to climb up there.
So open, and is it reflex to catch and toss, or?
So you're basically, prepared for it, and give me 2d12.
Okay, that was not.
No, that's fine. It's just a list.
Yeah, just.
Oh, that's the wrong thing I'm looking for. Okay. So you rolled a 3 and then a 1. Okay. So the first thing that falls out is yet another power cell. You'll have so 3 of those fall out. Do you want to try to grab that, or let Kellum or Juicy grab that?
I was going for the one with the helmet, but.
Gotcha. I'm just telling you what falls out first. The power power cell falls out first. I'm just
try to avoid that, because probably close to her size.
Yeah, it is. It is, and it's kind of weighty as well. So.
Yep.
Callum.
Yep.
I'll let you decide first if you want to grab this as it falls.
Yep, the power cell. Yeah, we'll catch it.
Okay, all right. You can just use the bag. It'll be fine. Just
Okay,
as one of
Leave
your
the bag
frees.
there, then.
Yeah, you lean. Hold the bag. Oh, okay. And that's going to be your free catch.
We've caught
and
enough
such.
of them that those are easier to catch now. It's just like, oh yeah, move.
Yeah. Oh, I've seen that one. Okay. The second thing that falls out is a helmet like device. Basically, not a full helmet, really. It's kind of like a half helmet with a bunch of probes and shiny things and cables kind of coming out of it and such. You do notice that the security unit's eyes kind of narrow, as it seems that this is the item that she's looking for.
I'll grab it and toss it to her.
Maxie
grab
said
it
she
and put it in
wanted
the
to grab. Okay, Maxie said that she wanted to grab that. I believe.
That's fine.
Yeah, just toss it directly to the other necro because.
Got it. Yep, that's fine. So you see it, and you notice the power cell. And nope. Oh, that looks like it. Yep. And you toss it down to her, and she grabs that up easily. And then the last thing was a. Okay, cool. Basically, looks like a large fishing pole. This is basically an antenna that falls. It's a 6-foot antenna, and it actually seems, well, never mind, I'm not going to get into it, but it's a 6-foot long pole, basically. It's an antenna. Would you like to try to grab that, Kellum?
Yeah.
Okay. Give me a dex saving throw. Or acrobatics. Or athletics, excuse me. Athletics is what I said. Yeah.
Athletics. Oh yeah, athletics.
Yeah, athletics.
18.
Yeah. Okay. So you grab it real quick, and then the security unit looks at you and the item and goes, yes, we must grab the communication device as well. Have you seen, and she describes one of the backpacks that you put in your haversack?
As I throw the antenna into the bag, nope. And I look up for the next thing to come down.
Okay. Alrighty. She narrows her eyes and looks at you. Have you seen, and she describes the package again.
I've just been throwing stuff around. I haven't paid attention.
You can hear a little, she's kind of monotone, not so robotic, but mostly just kind of monotone and such. She doesn't put a little bit of inflection of, have you seen this? And describes it again. And such. Like, she doesn't believe you.
Okay. Well, if she's asking if I've seen it, maybe I've seen it. Maybe I haven't. I haven't paid that much attention to what I'm grabbing and putting in here. I just figured this thing's on fire. We need to get everything out of here. It's useful things. Just grab everything. Don't pay attention.
It's either that or I have to go looking for it myself. If you've seen it and you have it, let me know. If you've seen it and you know where it is, let me know. Either that or I'm going to have to spend my time looking for it.
Well, we're grabbing everything out of here. We're going to get away from here before this thing explodes and more hostiles show up. And once we have a moment to breathe, we will go through the items and perhaps then we'll find it.
She looks at you and kind of has you see maybe, give me a second. You have a 0 in insight? Okay. She's come to some kind of realization maybe, and continues looking around for other things. She basically lets it go. Though she does look at your haversack with some amusement and wonder and such. As you put the 6-foot pole basically down into this haversack, which is only like 1.5 feet long, and such.
Yeah, so, I mean, Caleb's sitting here like he really hasn't paid that much attention to the things. He is just really throwing it.
Right.
He's not really trying to deceive her. He's just like, it's probably in here. He's not saying that out loud. It's like, probably, but nope, I've not seen that exactly. So there's no real deception attempt trying to go here. It's
but you could definitely tell that she was sizing you up, and this whole the whole part about the communication device.
Yeah.
So she's
I
like
got that
looking at you,
close
like
at hand. Like, okay, jig's up.
She doesn't look hostile, but she definitely looks like she's reading you and things like that.
Yeah.
So y'all open up the other whatchamadoodles. I have not made the item for this, but give me, each of you roll a d6, please. Maxie and Cullen.
I got a 1.
Okay. All right, cool. So 4 bandoliers with hand grenades fall from this one cabinet. The security unit makes sure that these are caught and handled carefully. She calls them damn it, what did I call them? Grape belts. She grabs one and shows you. So these are 6 incendiary grenades. You can take them off one at a time and throw them, or you can pull this and they all go. They have a 20-foot range individually, a 30-foot on the whole pool, or a pull, basically. Whatever's left on the belt will go off.
So there's 6 of these grenades on each belt?
Correct.
How many belts?
4 belts.
Belt. 6.
She looks at you, and you can kind of see like she's like looking off, like remembering and such. And she goes, "Fire's not a good thing in space. We have a lot of those left over."
I strap one of these belts across my chest.
Mm-hmm.
And put the
you
rest
got to
of
strap
them
it.
in the bag.
It has a lot of like hooks and stuff, alligator clamps that are really well, and so it has belt so you can click, and then she pulls some straps and puts some over your shoulder or some over this way, finds something to pull these straps and these clamps and stuff, so it's secured onto you well. And she says, if you pull this, all of these will automatically detach, and you can throw the whole belt.
Okay. All right, yeah.
It's a quick release.
It's
a quick release. It arms all of those and releases the belt.
All right. One on, and the rest of them go into the bag.
Okay.
I also double checked to make sure she didn't take anything off me while helping me put this one on.
Maxie was watching. You can roll perception, investigation with advantage.
Okay.
Or Maxie, how about you roll? Callum, you roll once, and then Maxie, you can roll perception if you like.
Yeah, 18.
Her perception's probably higher than yours. That's all. So. Well, she gets the 7.
I got 18 on mine because I know my gear.
Okay, cool. You know your gear.
Yeah,
right.
Actually, he's got the higher perception.
Oh, interesting. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Maybe I didn't. I know what I was doing with her. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You don't notice that she, mishandles anything or puts her hands anywhere where they shouldn't be. And you don't notice any of your equipment is moved or missing. That, and she doesn't really put her hands near anything, too much. Though you do have, some things on your back and such like that. But yeah, she doesn't, take anything from you.
Okay.
Let's see. A large, a large reel of cable is one of them, and it looks pretty big and such. The security unit kind of pushes her hand, pushes your shoulder a little bit, kind of pushing you out of the way. Not pushing you out of the way, but like kind of giving you the hint, like, maybe we should just let this one fall instead of trying to catch it.
Yeah. I would have let it fall too.
Okay. It hits the ground. It's on a metal spool and such. It doesn't, not a plastic or wooden anything. So, it kind of bends a little bit, but nothing like it can't be utilized. She says we can take that, but I don't know if we'll need it. Both of y'all roll a D4.
Three.
All right. Okay. A large, basically. These are seven of 8 air tanks. On like a milkmaid's, something that you could carry around these small air tanks and such, that's falling and such. They're all clamped in it, so they're not like, free falling out of it or dangling or bouncing around and such. But the item itself is heavy. But she's like, the security unit's like, maybe, kind of like both of us work together on grabbing this.
Yeah.
So I'll get you to give me a athletics.
22.
Okay. All right. You seem to have to help her. She fumbles around, but with her help, you're able to catch this without it hitting the ground. You see that there are 7 of 8 oxygen tanks. And these are small, handheld, and they have a built-in mouthpiece.
Okay.
And she goes, from what I understand, we'll definitely need those.
Throw them into the bag.
All right. And the last thing that falls, an open pack of, basically it's a 5-gallon drum. The lid is off of it, and MREs go flying.
Well, now the player in me is like, just get them all. Grab them all. MREs. I love them.
Roll a D20.
All right. That's a crit.
Okay, yeah, all right. So 19. It was open for a reason. So somebody was eating one, and left it open. So,
Right.
Not quite full, but most of them, land inside the bucket, shall we say, and you only have to pick up a few of them. She describes those as rations and such.
Which menu items? like pizza, beef, ravioli. Yeah. There's about a couple hundred different menu items.
Yeah.
I'm partial to the
Dry
stew.
jerky if you're lucky.
It seems that the beef stew is missing. So.
Dang.
Well, as long as there's some pizza.
Yeah, you might find a pizza in there, but yeah, they definitely found it and ate the beef stew. So.
They have a little bottle of Tabasco.
Yeah.
Yep. I have a few of those actually banging around the house.
Yep.
And in my backpack.
The friends we have visiting brought over a whole bunch of MREs because they're not easy to import. For me. But we went camping the first week they was here, and that's what we had while we was camping was MREs.
That's cool. Yeah. All right. That's pretty much things that fall out and other things that are around that y'all gather up. She's found the headset. That's the big thing that she needed.
Mm-hmm.
And asked about the communication array. There are a couple of other lockers open, not open, but there. And she goes over and looks at one, opening a few others, and said, there's more ropes and things like that in here. So, she says we can grab these out. We may need these. So basically another set of grappling hooks and ropes.
Okay.
What was that? It was... Oh, I forgot what I called it. Boarding spikes. There we go. Actually, these in this one, it actually she grabs a couple of what looks like rifles, but they have the grappling hooks in them. So she has two of those. They're like air guns, basically. And so 2 air guns with grappling hooks. 2 air guns. And then she pulls out another box, not unlike the 2 boxes that you had, backpack kind of boxes that had the communications and another box I gave you. She pulls this out, opens it up, and you can see some mechanical stuff, and like a display. She does a couple things, looks like it's working, closes it back up, and throws it on her back. We'll need this for the lieutenant. And then she's like, it looks like most of everything you've gotten already, and steps out of the dropship.
All right, I'll quickly just gather up all the rest of the things that we let drop on the floor and shove them into the bag.
Yeah. Okay, you can either do that. Zorn's there, you could toss stuff to him, what have you. Yeah, y'all quickly gather, anything else that you left there on the floor. There was like a backpack and the ropes and the harnesses and some of the MREs and a few other things like that. And you spend a few moments grabbing those and such, and then making your way out. You notice that the corporal is kind of finished going over the details of this the rifle with the Dugar. The Dugar, the officer looking, older one, holds his hand out, and asks for the rifle. He says, "Let me hold that rifle." You can hear, but the corporal doesn't know what he's saying, but he takes the magazine out and clears the chamber and hands the rifle over to him. And such. The Dugar kind of, growls a little bit, not out of anger or mostly like a frustration, like, oh, I wanted to play, but grabs it and then turns around to the other Dugar and nods his head. One of them kind of leans over and holds the barrel in a decent place, and you can see that he has like an ear covering an eye covering that he has put on, and he's holding it, like he's a tripod almost. And then the other guard comes up to the side of the what did I call this? A Beretta? What did I call it? Where is it? It's not. Oh, I didn't put it in your list, right? I'll tell you the name of it later. But Beretta 50 cal basically comes up to the side of it, where the slide is. I forgot what the name of it. It just lost my mind. For the barrel, what is that called? Damn it. When you chamber another, the slide where you chamber another round in a sniper rifle. My brain just snapped. I don't know. But anyhow,
you talking about the ejection port?
Yeah, where you slide it, and then rack another round, basically. He steps up next to it. Thank you. And you can see him mess with it a little bit slowly, and then he nods to the officer, and he'll dry fire it. Click, and the guy to the side will chamber it real fast, and the guy will dry fire it again, and they'll just kind of do that a couple times, basically to showing Corporal Johnson and y'all as you were coming out that they are proficient with firearms and they know how to use them and such. He's basically showing that they work in a group with weapons like this.
I'm watching as they do this. Mm-hmm. I've got some things in my big old bag that have similar mechanics.
Right.
I'm watching and learning without directly asking, show me how to use this.
Johnson, as y'all come out and Johnson sees the security unit, he goes, did you grab the other rifles out and the shotgun? Or the other rifle and the shotgun? And she says, I didn't see them in there, but I believe that we have them. Johnson kind of looks over at you and says, you get the other rifles?
The pod is empty.
And he shakes his head. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's got everything that's in there.
We get to safe place. Go through it all then.
Right. He notices, blah. Okay. Yeah, where did get this over real quick? Over there. That's right. Okay. All right, 10:30. Okay. Zorn has made a statement of, wanting to leave. Kellum, you've already said that we need to kind of wrap up things and leave. I believe you said yes? Like, leave the area.
Yeah, it was like, from what I was getting from Zorn, it's like, there's something coming here, so we kind of like, let's vacate this area pretty soon.
Gotcha.
That's what I was, right. The impression I got from Zorn.
Okay. The security unit basically says, she looks at the group of you, Kellum, and asks, are you locals? Or are you like us?
Well, we're not local to this area here. We're from the continent.
Yeah, Johnson will basically, are you indigenous to this, planet?
Planet. Not the planet. Would we any of us have the concept of planet at this point?
You could probably discerning, maybe
discerning or context
continent.
clues.
continent, like you said, or
Yeah.
realm.
I think
It would be like this plane, like
Yeah,
Yeah,
planet
plane of
existence.
plane of existence, because you did notice that they did this drop ship did come from the the drop from the other ship, and when you were in the ethereal space.
Yeah, we're from this plane of existence and this continent.
And I totally spaced what I was going to say there. Johnson says, okay, she's basically just saying, are you from here? Are you from, indigenous to this planet? And then you say that. Okay, cool. That's good. We're going to need your help getting to where we need to be. Do you know what we're dealing with, or are you just here because we're here?
We know.
When
he says that, Kellum is looking over at the now headless alien and kind of taps the bag where he's got the trophy at.
All right. Okay. Good. Then I will consider you a loyal comrade. It's either you die by their hand or you die by your own treachery. You will not have to worry about me, and I will not worry about you. At least until this is all taken care of. And he holds his hand out, basically to shake your hand.
Callum will shake his hand, but he'll turn his body in such a way that the bag is as far away from this guy as possible.
All right.
And just out of curiosity, when the mention of treachery happened, was there even a twitch towards Maxie? Like, her presumably almost as well as Necra, so...
He's basically kind of making a broad statement to the group of you. He's not going to worry about y'all. As long as you don't worry about him, we're going to take care of the big bad evil. And then if we have problems, then we'll deal with that.
Yeah.
He's kind of like, so he basically says also, sorry for dropping into your backyard, but if you know about them, then you understand that we need to take care of this. We have the firepower, but we didn't have the numbers, or we don't have the numbers until now. He kind of looks like he's about to say something, and then the security unit goes, "Rule 100: we don't talk about the fallen." Yeah, I know. Anyhow, moving on. Let's get out of here. How are we going to get off of this rock? I see you've got some big birds there.
Yeah, Kellum heads over to one of the birds and starts climbing up.
He's like, I've got the loot. I don't need you.
There's other birds. They'll come. It's a taxi service. They'll come back and forth.
So the Dugar, they notice you jumping up on the eagle and such, preparing to leave. And they basically come up to you, Zorn, and they'll kind of look at you as well, Kellum, and the corporal, and say that they want to go. They're willing to follow you if you're willing to give them safe harbor.
Follow who?
We'll go with you. Either that, or we have to go back to our lives in the pit. We'd rather go with you if that's allowed.
Mm.
We can pilot that ship for you. And he points to his gunship.
Load up these other non-angel friendly, or not eagle friendly, or eagle familiar riders onto the ship, and then follow us, I guess.
Okay.
I'm thinking I'll climb back down from the eagle and I'll get over to my companions. Should we go to our forward camp near the abandoned city? Keep them away from the village. Because, I mean, they may be on the same side at the moment against these creatures.
Devils.
Yeah.
There we go.
But I don't want to tell them where the village is, or the grove.
Agreed.
Yeah. Basically, we'll hold off on the last part of that conversation. We'll finish up with the tiefling, and then basically grab the two groups and put y'all together, and we can come up with an end solution. Coming back to the tiefling, let's see. The last thing that you asked him is where his house is, where his lord presides, and he shows you a mental picture of that. Where do you want to continue any of your interrogation? We got about 20 minutes here.
Okay, so we got location, we got a little bit. Oh, she'd ask him, what is your Lord Liege plans?
What are your orders, basically?
What are the ultimate plans, basically? The overall plans. Like if he knows. She's trying to see how much he knows.
It doesn't seem like they know. There's no immediate threat. Like he's not concerned about the devils. He doesn't know anything about them. It doesn't seem. None of that really flashes in his mind. Mainly, it's just he's like I am a little confused about exactly what you mean. He thinks a little bit about what his orders are, and then he kind of thinks about the broad picture as well. So those two things, a little bit about what his orders are, is he's sent here to investigate, to try to be the first one out of the 5 houses here, and if need be, to destroy the other 5 houses or as many as he can to get leverage against the others and find out what's here and take control of it, for the benefit of his lord. On the broader side, his lord is the top lord of the council and such. He's basically he's basically a demon, and rules with an iron fist, and his general goal is to rule over the pit.
Over the pit. All right. And the orders were just to investigate what the crash site over here.
Right. Yeah. They didn't know what it was. They just knew that something fell from the sky and landed here. Their big thought mainly is that it might have been a meteor, so precious metal.
Got it. Okay.
They are a steampunk-like society, so very industrious. Well, metal fell from the sky. Go get it.
Ashra will look up at Bad Boy and raise an eyebrow. They're like, any questions? Like, you want me to ask?
No, I think we got what we need. Telepathically.
Okay. So Usher will, at this point, cast Detect Thoughts. She's going to probe deeper in his mind to find out more about his lord and these houses. And as she's doing this, she's going to kind of give the nod to Banthor. Basically, she's going to do it obvious for him to see so that his focus is going to be on her if he's going to fight her, so that if Banthor also wants to probe behind her, less noticeable, you know.
Gotcha. So Banthor, you've seen Ashra use this spell before, so you know what spell she's casting. And such. Okay. He's able to if he wins the wheel save, is he able to resist?
Yeah, if he beats the save, then the spell breaks basically immediately.
Oh, okay. All right. So you get a little bit of that, information as basic thoughts. He feels you probing in, and basically, my training is like the last thing you hear, and you're kicked out.
Let's see. I mean, what did he get? What did he roll?
He rolled a 19 plus 2, so 21.
A 21. I'm gonna silvery barbs. I'm gonna roll again.
Okay. 18.
Okay, he still got it.
Okay. All right.
But I'll give that
up.
advantage to Banthor if he needs it.
Okay. All right. And Banthor, were you going to probe deeper as well?
Yeah.
Okay. So with the same thing, Astra, you get, my training, and he kicks you out and such. I'm going to roll with disadvantage, basically. New Banthor, and yep, I fail. And again, what was the question? I'm sorry. My apologies.
Probing more deeper for information about his lord and these 5 houses.
Okay. All right. So basically, Banthor, you get the gist of what Astra was trying to get at, before she was kicked out. And you kind of slide in, like, oh, you're dealing with her. You didn't even see me. And you slide into his, into his deeper thoughts and such. So, yeah, this guy's, Michael is basically, a very strong demon. He uses telepathy. That's why he, this guy is like my training, and such, to break people's will. He uses a lot of fear and strength. He's just a big burly dude. He's not very magical, but outside of his telepathy and some psionics. But he generally just uses his brute strength and his ability to intimidate people psychically and such. Is there anything in particular that you were looking for, Astra? Am I not hitting the nail?
Basically, because he's trying to get the edge for his lord in these other houses, there's pretty much trouble around. Like, basically, what information he has about his lord and these other houses.
Okay.
And also if he has any affiliations. I'm kind of going for him if he's like, is he affiliated with like any of our other enemies? Like,
Gotcha. All right, on the outside world. So it seems like he has been. They have had some dealings with the Temple Factorium, and as well, there seems to be two of them. One that's on this side of the mountain range, and one that's on the other side of the mountain range.
Okay.
And he's had dealings with them. Lost contact with Necra's temple some years ago, but still keeps in contact with the other one, and is doing business deals. Basically, they are giving them raw materials and other things, foodstuffs and things like that, for manufactured or refined stones. Basically, these magic stones.
Mm-hmm.
They call them hearth stones. Is what they call them. Like the hearth, your fireplace.
Mm-hmm.
So outside affiliations, that's the only one that they seem to have. They do know of the bronze dragon and of the sumac. They don't have any dealings with the sumac. They stay out of the forest, and the sumac leaves them alone. Basically, they might have at one point had dealings, but it probably went bad south. So they just stay out of that area. So because of that, they stay out of your area and such. So they do a lot of their dealings with the other side of the mountain, not your side of the mountain range.
Okay.
They definitely know of the Red Dragon and have had problems with him. They try to stay out of his territory as well.
All right. So they know of the dragons, but they stay away from them.
Mm-hmm.
So they're not aware of our growth.
No, they don't seem to be aware of your growth.
Okay. Yeah. Well, that's a good thing. Keep our growth. And it's also that, because they're kind of steampunky and stuff, they're a little more advanced than like we are.
Yeah, tech-wise and some mundane magic that they're able to, utilize arcane with that. It seems a lot of their knowledge is, comes from demonic sources. So,
which makes sense. Making deals with devils and demons.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it seems like, a lot of these tieflings are direct descendants of, some of these demons and such. So,
is there anything that's lingering on his mind that he's really concerned about?
He's waiting. The longer you mess with him, the less time you have. The other ones will be here soon.
All right. And did you like to mention?
So yeah.
Let everybody know. But yeah, we gotta go.
All right. Well, thank you for your cooperation, and Arthur's just going to look at him and basically melt his brain.
All right. He has one hit point left. He was, unconscious on death's door. That's not a hard, sell. Oh, let's see. But Ashra, Banthor, is the one that's in control right now, right?
Oh, not with the tech thoughts. No, you said that.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, the tech thoughts doesn't do damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. She's giving him the evil eye.
Oh, okay, I got you. So at this point, with the is it a falcon or a hawk? Hawk. Firehawk.
Bloodhawk.
Blood.
Yeah. So, he starts flailing? Like he's
Are you-
having a seizure? I'm asking, not saying, so...
Well, I guess it's technically up to Banthor. He's the one that has the mind control.
Before I do anything, probing into his mind, I know that this creature uses telepathy, and I just want to get a sense of what that quote-unquote voice sounds like when,
Okay. Awesome. Okay.
when they're communicated. When their master communicates with them, what does it sound like?
Okay. So you probe into his mind and seeking, the voice of his master. You can feel him resisting. And he, vocalizes, "Get out of my head!" But he can't force you out. And then you hear the voice of his master, speaking to him. He has spoken to him directly, vocally and with telepathy and such. So you have a good, a source to utilize if you hear that again.
Okay. And seeing as how he has asked multiple times to just go ahead and kill him, I'll oblige, because I don't see there's no saving this person.
Yeah. You've looked into his mind, and the surface thoughts and deeper, and you can tell this guy is embedded in. Later, Zorn, you have a good one. We'll meet up next time here in 2 weeks. I'll post XP after our session's over.
See ya.
Later.
Have a good one.
One more thing before, if you probe, when is he supposed to report back in? See if you can get that.
Basically, he's supposed to secure this. If it couldn't been handled, they would basically leave as many people here as they could, and then go back and get some other help, or wrangle the other people into helping him take this out. So he's basically looking for a fight. He was going to destroy one or two of the other houses if he had to, the other gunships, to secure this. And either way, he was just whatever it took. It wasn't like a particular time, come back or anything like that. Go out, don't come back unless you've got that with you. So,
Got it.
in a way, his life kind of is. It may not technically be, but it's under threat. If he came back without it, he probably wouldn't die. But if Michael's in a pissy mood, he might die. So. So no exact timeline, but that was basically, as you probe deeper and when are you supposed to return? Report back. Well, it's either come back with something or don't come back at all. Or I could probably come back, with nothing, but I at least need to make some kind of report. So.
Okay. And lastly, does he have any codes, passwords, or anything like that?
The control panel and the dropship handles that.
Okay.
The gunship.
So he has codes for it.
But basically, there's an automated system. As long as that control panel, the gunship is going through and such, it doesn't. It's like an automated thing. There are some wards at the entrance, not directly at the entrance, but as you get a little farther in, there are wards that you go through.
All right.
And the disarm, basically to give you passage is built into the control panel of the gunship.
Okay. But anything that he would know, any phrasing or
No, basically, if they came back without the gunship, they would have to go to the entrance and call and wait for somebody.
okay.
Because it's basically they're not allowed access to that unless they're given permission. So there's no protocol for that. If you want back in, you got to ask. If you don't have this, and to get out, you better be on a gunship. So kind of thing.
All right. Okay.
Stragglers, the weak are left behind, almost.
And the way to control that, he can pull those thoughts from his mind too, right? So he can just pilot it. It's like the Matrix. He's just downloading his memories.
Well, you get a sense of it, like somebody could tell you how to shift a gear. Excuse me. Somebody could tell you how to shift a gear, but until you've done it a couple of times, it can be a little, and stuff like that. So.
No, that's fine. That was basically if he had any passwords, phrasings, codes, or anything like that. Any
not to get into into the city, into the pit. He does have other passwords to get into secure areas in his part of the pit and such, and you can get those, and we'll deal with that.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Okay. That stuff.
Yeah. So you can have some passwords that he'll have to get into, secret areas and higher level security and such, within his part of the pit.
And I wanted to get a mental map of the pit, the places that he knows.
Gotcha. Yeah, it's basically set up like a pentagram, 5 different houses, and the pentagram, are travel ways between the 5 different houses and the community as a whole. And they're set up in different areas, and the center is basically a drill and a collection and such that digs down into the mountain. And many Dugar are down there risking their lives every day, collecting resources, trying not to get chopped up.
Mm-hmm. Okay, but that was the main stuff I wanted to make sure we got. Like information about the pit, the houses, his lord, how much he knew, that type of stuff.
And you get the like the names of the other houses. I'll put those in Discord.
Okay.
Make his give him a hard headache or scramble his thoughts, and he starts to and I guess that could be your cue, Necra.
Well, as soon as he starts flailing the birds off, and she all right, coup de grace.
Do you just step on him real hard, or you stab him? Stab him. Okay, all right.
Be careful not to mess up the uniform. That could also be useful.
Right.
Aim for a headshot.
Yeah, go. All right. Stab him right in the back of the neck there, in the base of the skull.
Base of the skull, just slide it in there.
He twitches for a few more moments and then finds his final rest.
All right.
No death saving throws for you, buddy.
All right. So if we get the word, we need to kind of move now.
Mm-hmm.
Others are coming in.
So y'all start making your way back over to the group, the dropship. The dropship people, y'all grab what things that you haven't been able to stuff in the haversack, and basically make your way over to the cliff wall. Corporal Johnson pulls out one of the grappling hooks, shoots out a line, and such, and gives y'all something to easily climb up the side and such.
Well, isn't
you do have well, the
we still
gunship is up. It's up on the cliff. It's not down in the pit. Basically, this area where the dropship is. It's up in the up on the cliff there. It's a 20-foot climb. You do have your giant eagles. Such. So Zorn and go ahead.
Sorry. And there's a glider as well.
The two gliders that detached from this one were crashed. I will roll a percentile and see if the gliders on the other one are worth a damn. Okay. One of the gliders on the other one is salvageable. But the gliders that came off of this one, that's on the cliff here, those gliders are down and destroyed. If you spent some time, wouldn't be a lot of time, but you'd have to spend some time detaching and attaching the other one because it doesn't have it's not self-propelled.
I'm trying to think. If we could take something, the Dugar can operate the gunship.
Yes, the Dugar can operate the gunship. They're quite willing to operate their gunship, but they are unwilling to deal with, really mess with the other one. Though they say, they can, if you ask about the glider, they say they can take that off, and it won't be a problem. Should be pretty interchangeable.
All right.
Different houses have different gunships, but they're all fairly similar. Go off the same tech.
We have a Newfoundland.
My thing is just take what we can and then destroy what's left, so they can't, salvage it.
Okay.
So if we can get them to their gunship and they can get it up and going.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah. Excuse me. Actually, Corporal Johnson asked if the security unit has found the AI in Kentucky. Excuse me. Did I say that? Yeah. Kentucky. Yeah, Kentucky. The Kentucky AI. And she says that she didn't see it. She signaled for it, but it didn't respond. She seemed to have lost contact with it. It's unresponsive.
I'm on the eagle flying away.
I'm out of here while you all sit there and debate.
And she can't seem to get a location on it either, and such. So,
but yeah, let's. Usher would be on the eagle, but she'd get the Dugar to the.
And Helen and Maxie. Maxie would probably notice a look between the corporal and the security unit. Basically, after mentioning that she can't get in touch with it, she can't ping it. She's been trying to ping it, she can't find it and stuff. They kind of get they look, have a look between themselves. If you'd like, you could roll insight to see if we can figure out what they're trying to communicate with each other.
Who was that? Just Maxie?
Yeah, just Maxie, because Kellum says "Oh yeah, I'm gone." So basically, it's just Kellum there. I mean, it's just Maxie and Zorn. So I'll have Zorn. Zorn's got insight.
Yeah, well, 24.
Oh, 24. Nice. Oh, that's right. She's got insight too. That's how I built her. Yeah,
you should be insightful as a rogue.
Yeah. Yeah, she's yeah.
You got to know if you can take a mark or not. You know?
Yeah, basically, yeah. It's, she has a 15 passive. Her investigation is out the roof at 19. That's what she really kind. So let's see. So Nekra and Zorn. Zorn's not here, but I'll go ahead. Maxie. The player. Nekra. Maxie and Zorn will notice that their concern about the AI, and it seems it's not like they're concerned about y'all and the AI. They seem to be concerned about the AI in general. They, you might be getting, kind of a howl moment here. I can't do that. So they're kind of they're. You're looking at two people going, should we trust the AI? Basically, is what they're kind of looking at each other.
And Maxie, of course, not understanding a word of what they're saying, is like kind of points to the sparking halves of the glass bowling ball inside, and then darts away.
Little rat.
Like,
snitching on me. He's working so well together too.
well, yeah, loot the place, but it's like, whatever you're worried about, is that it? And like, gone.
I mean, that you can just point at anything and be like, "Are you worried about?"
Pretty much, yeah.
Are you? Hey, that thing's broken.
Okay, all right. So the security unit hops in and goes and retrieves the AI, comes out and shows it to Johnson. Well, that's busted. That may be a good thing or a bad thing. And then Johnson, says to the security unit, were you able to find out where that signal came from? And she basically just shakes her head and pockets the AI, in a pouch, and basically, prepares to leave at that point. All right. She goes over and grabs the lieutenant and slings him over her shoulder. And when y'all basically all get back together, Corporal Johnson will say, and I'll try to wrap it up here. There's a lack of a better word, a ritual that the lieutenant needs to go through to come out of this state. I've seen it before. Did you grab the helmet? She nods her head again. All right, good. We'll need a little time to put him under and take care of this, but I think we should find a safe place before that. He looks over you, Callum. Do you have somewhere we can go?
Yeah, at this point, I guess we'll have a conversation about the dead city.
Nekra actually pulls out her map and folds it up and points to a particular location where she knows there's nothing. Just nothing.
So
she's actually pointing at the
where the Factorium used to be.
Yes.
Oh, okay, sweet. Yeah, definitely. Okay, cool. And you have a little hut there.
We could go out that way.
Give me a second. Let me find the world map.
Well, we know this is a chunk of empty space, so
Well, yeah, we also know that there's something lying way beneath the surface.
I think so. There's nothing there. Not at the temple. The basically the explosion. We'll just call it implosion or what have you. Basically, just not liquefied, but just separated the atoms basically of all the stuff and just made it sand.
Okay, so whatever that creature was is gone.
Oh yeah. It popped up out and went, basically turned to sand as well. Actually, it's kind of a depression, so because you lost some volume, so it's not like it's flat. You lost a little volume, so it's kind of a depression of about a foot or two, and then it's just sand in the perfect circle. That would be, in between here and the grove as well, and headed towards where they, basically, they'll, we'll get deeper into this conversation, but they say, the threat lies in the ocean. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Whatever the hex is, I forgot what that unit is. It's probably, what did I say? It was a
hexes for like 5 miles, 10 miles.
Yeah, I was can't remember if I had that larger or not, but so basically some 50 between 50 and 100 miles from here, off the coast, or I don't know, that might not be right. Basically, once I get that right, some distance off the coast, just out of eyesight, whatever that mileage is, probably going to be about 5 miles off the coast.
Okay. And then we just
what we're looking for is 5 miles off the coast.
Alright. Well, I would agree then with the same lot. Since it is pretty much a clearing, do we know once the Factorium went down that aura go down also?
As far as
we were running away, it was gone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it basically was coalescing. It looked like, and then all of a sudden, just burst out, and then after that, it was gone.
Okay. I hear a cat.
Yeah, I heard that. Kind of like that. It went and it's gone.
I was
okay.
What she wanted.
Yeah, I would agree with that. We could check the Sandlot area, see if it'll make a good spot. At least get away from here, and then if we need to move from there to the Undead City, we can do that.
Right.
Alright. We are scheduled. If there's nothing else for this session, it's some 15-20 after. We will meet
24th.
Thank you. We'll meet on the 24th. And we have other scheduled games in between that. Sunday.
Heck yeah.
14th and 16th, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. And XP. Let's see. That is. Oh no. Oh, excuse me. Divided by. Correct. Alrighty, for the wardens, it'll be 2,750. Back here.
So 3,000 otherwise?
Yeah, give me 3. Nope. I lost my numbers. I hit the wrong button. So, 2.